We have discussed the nature of morphology in this class. We have talked about the morpheme, the morph, and then we have discussed the morphological processes, the word formation processes. I want to quickly talk this morning about phonological conditioned allomorphs. The English plural and past tense morphemes are good examples. They are examples that provide the best illustration of the phonological conditioned allomorphs. Now, if we have morphs that are in complementary distribution, we have morphs in complementary distribution, and they represent the same morphemes. They represent the same morphemes. These morphs in complementary distribution represent the same morphemes, and they are what? Their distribution is based on certain principles. Let's take our plural morphemes, for instance. How do we realize our plural? How do we realize our plural in English? We realize the plural of nouns by adding s. For instance, the singular is boy and the plural will be boys. Now, boys. Now look at this. This plural morpheme can be realized. This is a segment. This morpheme, this plural morpheme, can be realized in three different allomorphs. For instance, it can be realized as z, and it can be realized as z. So the environment where it is realized as this is different from the environment where it is realized as this. Let's quickly go through the examples. Where you have voiceless at the boundary of a word, where you have a voiceless sound, where the voiceless sound is at the boundary of a word, you realize the plural morpheme as s. And when the sound at the boundary is a voiced sound, you realize the sound as is. Then when the sound at the boundary are alveolar fricatives s or z, then the allomorph will be realized as is. The same applied to the past tense morphemes. Let me say it again. I said the allomorphs of the morpheme, of the plural morpheme s, the allomorphs are realized as s, z, or z, and it is realized as when the sound at the boundary is voiceless. When the sound at the boundary of a word is voiced, it's realized as z. And when the sound at the boundary is either of this alveolar fricatives, then it is realized as uz. For instance, we have book, and it is realized as books. And here we have boy, because all vowel sounds are voiced. We have boy, and it is realized as what? Boys. Then we have words like rose, all right? Then we have roses. The same applies to our past tense morpheme. The past tense morpheme D or ED, morpheme D or ED, morpheme S, morpheme D or ED can be realized as ta, as do, or as id. Alright? It is realized as ta when the sound at the boundary is voiceless. For instance, if you say pick, picked, this will be realized as ta. Alright? Then where we have words like comb, it will be realized as combed. It will be realized as do. Then when we have ta or do at the boundary of that word, then we realize it as id. For instance, want. The past tense of want is wanted, and so the ed here will be realized as id. That's all about phonological condition allomorphs. You can see that they occur in different environments. Thank you.